Today in Grow a Garden in Roblox, the developers just announced the new update coming up this Saturday. It is the Admin War combined with Beanstalk Part 2. And I've got 10 tips for you in preparation for both the Admin War and the second Beanstalk event. If this sounds interesting, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Become part of the first 200k OGs on the channel because we are growing wicked fast. And let's get into the video. So this is what was said. It says Admin Abuse War. Be in game dressed as a green bean on Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to not miss out on the insane admin abuse with epic weathers, rewards, mutations, and more. Afterwards, the update brings an expansion of the Beanstalk event with more obstacles and greater rewards. And this is going to lead into my first tip. And the first tip is to make sure you get your green bean outfit. How do you get your green bean outfit? Go over here, past the seed shop, all the way over there to that little guy standing there in the corner and talk to him. And when you do, he will give you free Roblox items, including the hood, and it'll help you get dressed up in the right colors of skin, etc. And if you're in this outfit, it looks like Jandal is going to give us rewards. He did say rewards, plural. I wonder what those are going to be. They could be pets. They could be cosmetics. They could be seeds. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. So that's tip number 1. Get dressed in a bean outfit and get ready. Tip number 2 is going to be to log into the game probably a little bit more than an hour before update. So Jandal usually starts his admin abuse around 9 in the morning Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour before the update drops at 10 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. So I would log in 8:45, a little 15 minutes early, get into a private server so no one bothers you and no one messes with you, and be prepared for whatever madness Jandal and Sammy are going to cook up in this crazy admin abuse war. Ooh, tip number 3, things to do before the update comes. Get stocked up on the rewards you receive here in week number 1. Why is this? Well, often the second week of an update, take the bee update, for example, or the cooking update, or the harvest update, the developers like to drop a crafting table. And that crafting table usually allows you to craft a second egg released in the second week or a second seed pack using materials from the first week. For example, you could take the first dino egg and use those in crafting to make primal eggs if memory serves me. So stocking up on week 1 rewards, such as the sprout egg or the sprout seed pack, might be a good idea. If you have some, don't use them just yet. Hold on to them. And if I'm wrong, you can go ahead and use them on Saturday. But I might be right. And if I am right, you'll be very grateful to have those things stocked up in preparation. Tip number 4. Did you catch the part where Jandal talked about more obstacles? These obstacles might be even harder than what we have here with the Beanstalk Climb, because the Beanstalk Climb is fairly simple. So if I were you, I might consider having in my back pocket, pets that allow you to run faster or jump higher. The pterodactyl gives you a jump height. The gray mouse gives you run speed. The brown mouse gives you jump height, etc., etc. Have some of those pets in your back pocket. You never know when a little extra jump height might come in handy. Tip number 5. Prepare your gardens for the cravings. As of right now, for example, this guy wants vegetable plants. Tomatoes are a great vegetable plant for this. Prepare your garden for cravings. If you don't know, even at this point, what plants to use for what cravings, I've got you hooked up. Go to the Dawn Discord server, link down below. Not sponsored, by the way, just my favorite place to be. And the Dawn Discord server has linked in the pinned comments. If you scroll all the way down past the fan art of me, you have things like this one right here, where it shows you some of the best options depending on the craving. It has lots of great resources here on the Dawn Discord, on top of the leaks, on top of the Notifier for seeds, on top of the Forever Pack Notifier, etc., etc. Which ties in perfectly to tip number 6. Tip number 6, get yourself a Discord notifier, such as Dawn or one of the official ones, to allow you to be notified whenever certain things come into stock, whether it's gear, whether it's seeds, whether it's eggs, etc., so that you don't miss out on anything new that is added to the game by the developers with this new update coming out on Saturday. Tip number 7, and this is a great tip, prepare your garden for the upcoming mutation weather event that's happening, because there's probably going to be brand new weathers with brand new mutations we've never seen before. And if you want to catch them, you're going to want to have to set up your garden a specific kind of way. You could leave your garden like this giant mess, but that's not how you catch mutations on the right kinds of plants. Let me show you. Logging in right now is my alt account. And on my alt account, you guys know I have my giant dinosaur room. My giant dinosaur room is worth 28 trillion shekels for my raccoons to farm, but I ever need shekels, which I don't need. So you have it. But if I just have the dinosaur room in my garden, it'll never get hit by a mutation. It'll never get hit by a random event. So what you do is you plant a whole bunch of carrots like these, and you spread them out so they can catch mutations. And then once you find one with a mutation you want to put onto your plant of choice, your fruit of choice, take your trowel, pick it up, and move the plant. Can't move this. Move the. Why can't I move? Hello. Oh, I'm on my main. Trying to move my alts things on my main. As I was saying, grab your trowel and use it to pick it up and move it aside. Delete all your other ones and then have a Spinosaurus move the mutations from the carrot to have them onto the Spinosaurus room or whatever it is that is favorited. So spread your garden with lots of easy carrots, pick up the mutations, and move them with the T-Rex or with the Spinosaurus. Moving on to tip number 8, guys, farm your shekels. Even if you think you have enough shekels, you already know you don't, because you've climbed the beanstalk. You've gone to the cloud up there and you've talked to the shop owner and you've reset that shop multiple times and you've eaten into tons of your shekels doing so. As such, even if you have quintillions of shekels, because that shop scales and scales and scales, you'll always want more shekels. So take the time, farm up some shekels, be ready just in case you have another option, another shop that requires more shekels. Then all of a sudden you have to decide between the two shops. It could be insane. Just have some shekels. Tip number 9. And I always mention this one because people often forget and then they make the big mistake I made. Don't make the big mistake I made. Go over here, go to this crafting station, take a look, and make sure you have at least one of each of these. Twisted Tangle, Vine Petal, Horsetail, Lingonberry, Amber Spine. We don't know when they're going to rotate out of the store. Maybe the developers already have a plan for this. Maybe they already have new plants going into the shop, and then you'll never get a chance to get these again. So go ahead, craft these up, get at least one of each so that you're covered in case an amazing method like the honeysuckle method is discovered. Yeah, I missed out on that one. That was really embarrassing. And then tip number 10, if you have some Robux and you're thinking about spending it, hold off. Because usually in week 2, they give us new pet eggs, new pet crates, which means you have a new chance at rainbow pets. Because as of right now, you can only get the rainbow pets of the old one from the cooking update. But usually week 2, they replace this with a new one of the current update. Would you like to maybe get a rainbow golden goose or whatever pet they cook up in this new expansion, in this new update? Yeah. So save your Robux next week. Week 2, that's when you want to spend your Robux if you're the kind of guy who spends the Robux. And those are the 10 tips I have to prepare for this crazy admin abuse war, as well as Beanstalk Part 2. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Become part of the first 200k OGs on the channel. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching.